going to show you two tests that can help you find out what's causing your shoulder pain. So like with all problems in the body, you have to find out the structure that is causing that discomfort. And in your shoulder, the two main structures that you're going to have problems with are your rotator cuff, which are basically this group of muscles that allows you to move your shoulder around, and your labrum. So your labrum is kind of the padding in between this, what most people would call a ball and socket joint. We kind of say it's more like a golf ball on a tee. There's a lot of mobility in there. So the padding in between that, kind of similar to the meniscus in your knee, not exactly the same, but your labrum acts as kind of like a suction cup to make sure that the head of your humerus, this long bone here, stays where it's supposed to. And those are typically, I mean, those are the two things that are going to go wrong with your shoulder most of the time. So, simple test you can do at home. First one's called an empty can test. So this is for a supraspinatus tendon problem. So supraspinatus tendon is just one of the rotator cuff tendons. It's the most commonly injured one, mostly because it's right on top. So the test is very simple. Arm out in front of you. You're going to point your thumb down towards the floor and hold this position, and then with your other hand, all you're going to do is push down and see what happens. So if you push down and that causes pain right in the front of the shoulder, it's a really good indication you have some kind of supraspinatus irritation. We might call that an impingement syndrome, where the rotator cuff is actually getting pinched. Is not like a great term, but there's extra pressure on the front of it, and that can cause pain when you get into this position. If this makes it worse, indication that it might be inflamed, irritated, could be partially torn. The next test that we're going to do is to rule out a labrum issue. So it's kind of a similar test, but a little bit different position. So you're going to point your thumb down, and then you're going to bring your arm across your body like this. So if getting into this position is very uncomfortable, then don't do it, because it's just going to irritate it more. But if you can get into this position, and then same thing, push down, if that increases pain, then the next part of the test is to flip your palm up, and then push up against that. And if it makes the pain better, that's an indication you might have a labrum tear in there. Now, there's other tests that we would have to do to definitely confirm that kind of a diagnosis, but these are two that you can do at home to try to figure out if this is a rotator cuff problem, so that supraspinatus empty can test, or a labrum problem. This is called an O'Brien's test.